Right, guys, welcome back to the Gully Cricket Showdown. India versus Bangladesh just finished, where India won by 6 wickets. That was quite a match to watch as well, but we are here to cover the match that everyone waits for, I think, between the neighboring countries, the greatest rivalry, Pakistan versus India. Of course, I have Mukul with me to cover that. Let's just talk about India versus Bangladesh for a bit, Mukul. It was a pretty close match, but I think it was sort of like we knew the result after the power play in the first innings, where Bangladesh lost 5 wickets very early on. And, from the batting display as well from India, Shubman Gill did really well. Although Bangladesh did come back on the back of Tawhid Hridoy, who scored a ton. Zakir Ali, of course, got 60 odd runs for himself. But that was a very, very heavy power play coming out from the side of Bangladesh in terms of how it turned out for them.
The drop catch from Rohit Sharma and then again by Hardik Pandya, then a stumping, something missed by KL Rahul. I think India was very, very weak in the field, very casual. A rare day, because I don't think India, you can miss 1 or 2 catches here and there, but missing so many chances. So, it's very. I haven't seen such kind of fielding from India in a long time. But anyways, I'm glad it happened in a match against Bangladesh. In any big match, it could really cause you to lose the match, and it nearly did here also.
Yeah.
I won't say one more wicket that KL Rahul catch might have the match would have become. Although I still think with Hardik Pandya and Jadeja remaining, and with that less runs, I think India would have chased this down. But still, there would have been a slight concerns among the dressing room that and Bangladesh might have changed their approach a little bit. Maybe they would have gone all out or aggressive just because if that catch had been taken. So yes, a good close encounter, which I did not expect totally, but I think the credit goes to Bangladesh for fighting, especially Hridoy, and then obviously to the sloppiness in the field by India.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. It was not supposed to be a close game, especially after how the early overs went. But then it was quite nervy in the end. But let's just talk about the players as well. Of course, Shami, 5 wickets for 53 runs. He did pretty well. Harshit Rana as well, 3 wickets for 31 runs. So we were talking about the bowlers coming in as well. Of course, we don't have Bumrah in the whole tournament. So I think that's, of course, one of the biggest misses of the tournament as well for any team, you would say, especially Team India. So how do you see the matchup against Pakistan specifically coming in? Pakistan, who did lose their match as well against New Zealand, but as you said in the previous video, New Zealand might just be the strong favorites to win the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, see, Pakistan, if they lose the match, they will be out of the trophy pretty much. So it will be Pakistan being Pakistan can be completely unpredictable on that day, especially on a pitch like Dubai. Anything is possible. They don't have proper spinners, but the Abrar being a mystery, and then Salman and Yaga and everything, they can bowl. They have a decent bowling side, and their A game usually when they are already knocked out, down and out, and the match is against India, sometimes they do bring their A game. So that's Pakistan being Pakistan. But if you still see the way they played the match yesterday and the way India played, I think in a low scoring encounter, I think India would still have an upper end. Even in a high scoring encounter, India would have an upper end. So the odds, like I said, are again in India's favor. But on a day by day basis, anything is possible. But yeah, the bowling side did pretty well. I'm surprised Kuldeep and Jadeja had a kind of an off day on such a pitch where they should have taken more wickets, or at least a much better economy. Not that they gave a lot of runs, but still, I thought they would have something like a 3.5 economy. Aksar, my boy, like I said, my dark horse, took 2 wickets. He would have taken a hat-trick.
Yeah.
But sadly, and who knows, if that wasn't a hat-trick, then who knows, he would have taken 1 or 2 more wickets, because he was bowling really good at that point of time. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, India has the squads covered. They have decent players playing at all spots. So it looks like a complete side. And chasing today was not easy at all, but they somehow finished it. So Yeah, I mean, players being in form, Rohit Sharma starting attackingly, early, and
Yeah.
then Virat Kohli is still sort of like, but Virat Kohli, say, on any day when you have a crunch situation, is still on the crease, then all of a sudden he will turn up and he will make you win the match. So, you don't worry that much about Virat Kohli. It's the other players which you worry about, and all of them are performing. So that's a very good sign.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Rohit Sharma's role, it seems like it's just to get maximum runs as soon as he can. But Gill again performing really well, another 100. Uh, he scored a ton against England as well in the last match. So he's looking like someone who India can rely on for the time being, while Kohli and others pick up their form back. Bowling has done really well. So where do you think this match, the next one, India versus Pakistan, can be won for either sides? Definitely we know where it can be lost, and as you said, it is such a big match that on the day it does not matter what the form is coming in. Pakistan of course will be looking to keep their tournament lives alive as well, and with a win against India that will help them massively since their next match will be against Bangladesh, I think. So it is all or nothing for them basically. Even
Yeah,
if
yeah.
even if the tournament lives was not in line, I think still it is one of the matches that the whole nation waits for. So where do you think it gets won or lost for either sides?
I think one of the things is like there is a huge pressure on Babar Azam to perform,
Yeah,
like huge pressure. And if and even Babar Azam, I think, and the coaches and like whatever politics goes on in their team, they are aware that if he somehow is able to perform against a match in India in such a situation where Pakistan is on the verge of being knocked out, he will again get a life for like 1 year, 2 year, or
yeah,
whatever. Because if he does not, there are already like even the supporters of Babar Azam are now like calling him out, especially after his innings yesterday. So that's a threat on him that if he gets to like doesn't perform, then he might be out. Same goes for Rizwan. Not like he will be knocked; he's the captain, but also I think he will also be under pressure to score some runs. The other thing is like the uncertainty with the other players. Like yesterday, nobody expected Salman and Khushdil Shah to play the kind of shots they played. They played really good cricket, and everybody was calling them to that. Why are they in the squad? All of a sudden, they came in. So these players are kind of unpredictable. They might be very easy targets for India, but they can also like cause trouble to India because we just don't know.
yeah.
So like it will be most of the people in India will be like, who's this Khushdil Shah? Like, what is he batting? Who's Fahim Ashraf? We have barely seen him play. So you might think that these must be easy players. Like there nobody knows about them, but who knows? They might end up scoring so many runs or like start taking wickets like they did yesterday against New Zealand. So that's a certain uncertainty. It can go in India's favor also, or it can really go into Pakistan's favor also. But if you see man to man, if you see the current form and everything and the situation, India obviously has a huge upper hand, but it like the weather and the pitch and toss and all of that will play a huge role also, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, let's get an official prediction then. You did say that India will end up winning both the games that are going to happen this week. Are you still going to stand by based on what you have seen? Of course, as you said, if mistakes are going to happen, they might, as well happen in a game that seems India will be likely to win. So hopefully the mistakes are out of the window now. Uh,
Yeah.
do you still think India wins this game?
Yeah, I think so. I would give like India 70-75%, and Pakistan only 25-30%. With Bangladesh, it was like 85-90. With Pakistan, it's like 70-75%. But like if you, I know it's very far away, but with New Zealand, I would give New Zealand like 60 and India 40. But with Pakistan, as of now, and it depends like how India plays against Pakistan, the odds might change for the New Zealand match. But as of now, New Zealand is the most complete side, which according to me, even
Yeah.
after yesterday's match, how they played, it was really good. So
And they
against
had a few
Pakistan,
injuries as well, New Zealand.
yes,
Yeah.
100%. Pakistan also like one of the worst thing which could happen to them is Fakhar Zaman's injury, and credit goes to them for their stupidity. To be honest, there's nothing else which you can call it. Like they knew Fakhar was struggling, he could not run, and then they send him two down just to bat and slog for no reason. I don't know why. And then like this is match awareness to their senior players. Like Babar Azam is taking singles when he knows he cannot run. Just made no sense to me. And then because of the small cameo he played, now he's out of the whole trophy. So that just did not make any sense to me. Even some of the ex-cricketers from there and were calling this out. That's their problem, obviously. Good for India. Fakhar Zaman was one player which could have caused trouble to India. He has caused trouble to India. Even the last Champions Trophy which Pakistan won, Fakhar Zaman scored 100, I think, where Bumrah bowled a new ball, and no ball, he was out, but he bowled a new ball, and then he ended up scoring 100. So yeah, he is a good player. He can, on his day, he can destroy the opposition. He knows the Indian bowlers really well, especially without Bumrah. It's going to be very tough. So yes, that's a huge plus for India. So let's see. The Pakistan is obviously under tremendous pressure, but it will be a good contest. So,
yeah, well, since they are the hosts and everything as well for this tournament, let's talk about the players that you might want to pick for your side. I think Gill seems to be someone who is looking like he's untouchable for now. Of course, Rohit gets you those quick runs as well. In the bowling department, I think Shami can be someone that can be looked at. Any of these suggestions from you specifically that underrated players basically?
Yeah, Shami has an average of 13.2 in ICC tournaments. That's really, really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, you should pick again today. Also, he took 5 wickets. So yeah, Shami is someone who you can go with. Shubman Gill has some problems with the ball incoming, and there's not that much swing in Dubai from what I saw today. But yeah, I mean, and Shaheen and Naseem initially can get the ball in, so maybe they can get some early wickets. I would bet on Virat Kohli coming good on this big match. He's a big match player now, so I think Virat Kohli is someone who will look to score some runs on this day. Again, I think Shreyas Iyer did not get to play that much today, but I think he will also come good in Pakistan's match. And Akshar Patel will be my constant for every match, to be honest with you. And other than that, I think from India's side, I think, Ravindra Jadeja is someone who will keep on playing. He might get you 1 or 2 wickets. If he gets to bat, he can score some runs. Same goes for Hardik Pandya, KL Rahul. Problem with them is they bat so deep down the order, and the bowling, you don't know how many wickets they'll take. So it's a tough pick. They can be really dark horses in some of your teams. If you get 3 or 4 early wickets and then KL Rahul scores 100, then you probably, if you have him captain or something like that, you're already a winner. So yeah, that's a risk strategy. You choose your team against, because we will definitely have much bigger contest for India Pakistan. Probably say I don't know, 6,000-7,000 double single. So the first prize might be 5,000 or something like that. To win that, you might have to make a team so that you lose. You make a team, you lose, and then all of a sudden, if that players perform, you win. That should be our strategy from a fantasy perspective. But yeah, if you want me to say players will perform, then yeah, those are from Pakistan side. I think pressure on Rizwan, so yeah, he might be. Salman Ali Agha is a good pick. He gets to bowl also, bats 3 or 4 down, 2-3 down. And then I think if Imamul Haq is joining, then I don't know who will be the opener, but South Shakil, Babar Azam, they have too many openers in their team. But yeah, from bowling end, they have some issues in depth also. So I'm not sure, but Abrar Ahmed can be also a good pick. Abrar is a decent bowler and he can bat a little bit. So yeah, Abrar and Salman Ali Agha and Khushdil will be good picks.
Yeah. Well, guys, as you heard it from the expert, then do make multiple teams, because you never know, you might end up winning the jackpot prize, which seems like it will be $5,000 to the first. So that is, again, a whopping prize pool coming in for India versus Pakistan. Again, one of the matches that we all look forward to, honestly, everywhere around the world for sure. With that, we will be joining you next time, hopefully between the match between New Zealand and India. I think that's going to be another banger as well coming in. So stick around, do watch the video, do share, like and subscribe if you like the content, and we will see you in the next one.